now we're headed to Bras-Basah complex. It's where I usually get my art supplies. I've been going there since, I don't know, 2014 or something. We're gonna cross what happened to and sige. So it's that building over there. It's a very big complex. We're gonna go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Travel and Journal with me. This time in Singapore. Last December, over the holidays after Christmas, my sister and I went to Singapore for sister bonding and a 4-day trip. So I'm using an insert that I specifically dedicated to my time in Manila during the time that I was there for 2 months over the holidays and my birthday month in January. So that's the insert you're seeing here, but I decided to just incorporate this here because my Singapore trip wasn't super like, I didn't have that much to document because I've been to Singapore many times for work and for various reasons, and I wanted to just highlight two spreads and create two spreads to sort of document the time that we spent there. I did manage to keep a lot of ephemera. So what I did was, instead of journaling while traveling, I actually put them in this craft folder because all I brought was a traveler's notebook passport insert and didn't really have time to sit down and journal because that wasn't the intention of the trip as well. But I did manage to write a lot of notes and made sure to keep track of the expenses and also the itinerary. My sister hasn't traveled for like 3 years, so I made sure to be in tour guide mode also for her because I've been to Singapore so many times, probably like 10 times, and it was actually the first city slash country that I traveled to alone when I was 21. So it's a very special place for me. So I'm using a craft insert, so I had to really be creative with the placements of stationery and ephemera. For this spread, I wanted to go with a red and blue kind of colorway with a bit of orange based on the washi tape, the ticket, the airline ticket, as well as some green. I think I also matched this with the outfit that I was wearing in the Instax photo. So actually the trip was very much a shopping heavy trip because I know that my sister really wanted to do that. And for me, I was also curious to check out stationery shops and, go to the usuals, but also try out new places. Like, it's also amazing how some locations, like in Bras-Basah Complex, there's a new coffee shop that wasn't there when I last visited. Last time I was there's actually before the lockdown, was like 2020 January. I got sent for Singapore Art Week. So I also have a lot of stickers from Beyond the Vines. So I got a cap there. And then we saw a sticker counter and we were like, hi, could we get some stickers? And they're like, yeah, sure. Here's a pack of them. Like, cool. So they have a lot of amazing stickers that I was able to get. And I gave some to friends. I also kept some for myself. Also had Arabica coffee. I really love Arabica coffee. We don't have it in the Philippines anymore. So it was nice to have it. And I think I had a Quingaman. I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Quingaman? I always call it KA because in Berlin I always get KA when it's available at the bakery. I'm also using the clear stamp set from Everyday Explorers. I really like the mini ones that they released because it's just so portable and super handy. And I don't know if you noticed, but I have a very cute clear block. It's from Worldcraft and it's Moomin. I have entered my Moomin phase this 2023. I have a lot of Moomin stuff. I'll probably show you in a future video. But I also found it quite challenging to document about a trip that doesn't really have a lot of new things. Does that make sense? Like, I've been to Singapore a lot of times, as I mentioned, so it was really more of making sense of what I had and also keeping all of these like random tags and stickers. I like to keep the luggage tags a lot. They just make more sense to me. And also, I can be very picky about color coordination, as you know, if you've been subscribed or like followed my work for a while now. The way I journal is always like color has to be a primary element to kind of hold the journal spread together. When I was starting out, I wasn't so particular with this, but I think it's something that I learned to kind of organize as I kept doing it, and I just noticed that it's one of the characteristics, I guess, of my journal spreads. So I really like also this A World Beyond sticker. I really like the Beyond the Vine stickers, honestly. Like, whoever does their branding is like I give them like an A+. It's really great. I also like this Tiong Bahru bakery card that I got. So when you travel, make sure to go to the counter when you're paying at the checkout. Like, look for like little things that might be there, either cards, sometimes stickers. If you see packaging there, you can always ask them like, can I have one? I don't think it's gonna hurt their budget. So you can always say it's for journaling. Sometimes I do that, and it's actually, they find it very interesting. So just, do anything for the ephemera, because it's hashtag priorities, at least for me. So for this spread, I decided to move out the Instax photo and put it here to match with the 𝚘𝚘𝚧 green tag. 𝚘𝚘𝚧 Bakery is really good. I really love their bread. I really love their pastries. We also had a nice brunch there, because the branch we went to was the one that had, I think it was Raffles City. It's the one that had you can sit down and like have brunch. Like, they have brunch meals. I also super love these alphabet stickers. I cannot stress them enough. These are from Everyday Explorers as well, because they're just so easy to use, and I like them as like titles. It's AB there because like that's me and my sister. It's Abby and Bernice, but now I call her Bern or Burr. So I just use a lot of the stickers that I have on my sticker release paper insert. Did you guys know that Traveler's Notebook is releasing sticker release paper as part of its regular lineup now, which is great because this limited edition one was so hard to find, and I really need more of it because it's really so functional, and I just like having all my stickers in one place versus like rummaging through all my sticker sheets in one folder, because that's usually what happens to me, and it's kind of waste of time, or like I can't keep track of my sticker inventory. So the grid tapes are from Paper Diet. I super love them as well. I've been using them since I got the rolls, because it's kind of hard to get these colors in regular, like if you look for like empty, I think they have like usual grid ones but not like olive green or peach. So this is me struggling to put the portrait film. Quick story about the portrait film. We went to a film camera shop in Brasbasa Complex, and we found like portrait is really expensive. So I'm so happy we're able to find a set at a good price. Also is my first time using portrait film, so I will let you guys know. Let me know if you're still interested to like watch videos about me and like film camera usage. I do still use film cameras. It's my analog way of documenting, and it's funny because it's one of the earlier videos that kind of got a lot of views on my channel back in the day. But anyway, going back, I also kept the back part of the 𝚘𝚘𝚧 card. So it's supposed to be like see, it says be a stamp champ. It's like when you order something and then you kind of get the marking, the stamp in, and like you probably get a freebie or so. But anyway, what else we talk about? Like, Singapore was really great. It was very hot. I think we tired ourselves out for the entire trip because we went home really late. We had a lot to do. In the daytime it was tour, afternoon we'd grab coffee or meet friends. We also went to Think, which was great. Made me think if I really needed that much stationery. I did get some, but I also was able to get Kobe ink, which I'll talk about in a future video, because I've been wanting to find an ink that was more work, like good for work, like something that I can use for work, and that's not black ink. So the guy there was also super nice. The uncle there, we call him Uncle Think. Me and my friend Kara, we call him Uncle Think. So Uncle Think has like a bunch of ink, how do you say this, ink samples. You literally could like flip through them the entire day. And he also shows us a lot of new inks, and I'm like, I'm good, I just need that one bottle. But it's nice to know that there are a lot of the limited edition ones that are available there, because it can be relatively hard to find inks at a good price. So that was really good. Other things we did, we also what else did we do? We did a lot of walking. I did petition to go to some bookstores. It was honestly so great to see my books in Kinokuniya. It was even in the highlight section of the art section, and that was really like a pinch me moment for me. Sometimes I'm like, I feel very indifferent about my job, and then I see it in store, and it's kind of like it reminds you about how amazing you're doing. It's like that meme with Kris Jenner, like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Sometimes I feel like that to myself. Not all the time. Sometimes, very rare. So I'm writing with the Sakura Micron PN, it's plastic nib. The only downside I think to craft inserts is that you don't really have that much freedom into using different fountain pen inks, which I've gotten used to using with my MD paper cream. So all the time when I journal with craft paper, I just proceed to use black ink because that's the only way that I get the text in without having it to be so light or it smudges. And this is permanent ink. It's actually what I use, archival ink. It's what I use for drawing actually, but sometimes I just like using it as well for journaling like this, so it's just easier. So I think I use this for most of the pages of this particular insert as well. Also, what I like to do when it comes to recapping my journal entries for a trip is, if it wasn't so eventful like per day, I just combine or like list down my highlights and also use the photos and ephemera as like context clues, because that way it's easier for me to kind of refresh my memory. Usually when I do travel journaling or like I journal about a trip, it's like after the trip, so sometimes my memory can be kind of hazy, and that's where the inserts come in, where I write about the trip during the trip, so I have like something to look back on in case I needed some notes. So that's, I guess, a little hack for you, because for me it's just easier to do it that way. You can check out more of my journaling tours, by the way, journal tours. So I have them starting this month on Patreon, where I share with you inserts from my previous travels. The one for March is actually Tokyo in 2017, which is one of my favorite trips ever that I went to. We call it a stationery and coffee pilgrimage. So I do hope you check that out. All links will be in the bio. And as we wrap up this page, I do hope you enjoyed this vlog, and more travel and journal with me videos to come as the year comes on. I still have some in my archive that I'm so excited to edit and share with you.